So you must have got the data.
It was not the data, my lord. That's what I'm trying to say.
Whatever
Only the quantum.
Up to 31st of March 22, you have any, 31st of March 23, you have the data.
Yeah, we have, my lords, but
You would have the data or ought to have the data.
It's only the total quantum, my lords, not the
Right, you will have the total quantum,
Yes,
quantum of electoral bonds.
That will have, my lords.
And what is the bifurcation between different political parties?
My lords, that
yes,
Has
sir.
to be, because it's
we'll
like,
have to collate all with all the yes. We'll
because
have that.
parties have
All
to
the
give
all
you
the all
separate
the all
contribution
the,
reports.
all the recognized political parties, my lords, and registered, whether registered or not, because we have.
So we'll have a look at your data. You can
Yes,
trace the
Mr.
data. Now, Mr. Sharma, how much have you collected by way of, you're not the State Bank of India, but in terms of the records which you have, what is the extent of the total quantum of electoral bonds which have been subscribed since the beginning?
That's in a sealed cover, my lord. So we have not opened that cover at all, because that was directed. This honorable court had directed that to be in the sealed cover. And my lords, if my lord desires that sealed cover is there, my lords can have peruse it, my lords. But we've not opened it, my lords. We can.
Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
actually, the details of the bonds are available with you. Total quantum of bonds is available with you. Quantum of bonds given to the,
Yes, my lords.
that is there. So do we get any particular data? And is the data up to date? That is still, at least till March 23?
No, my lords, that's not there, my lords, with us. We have only till, in fact, there was a query by this honorable court, my lords. I went through the record, my lord. There was one order passed by this honorable court, which my lords had read 13 and 14 paragraph of 2019 judgment, my lords, separately. We took it as if it's to be read jointly, my lords.
No, it was very.
But my lords, I may just point out.
13 relates to data as of the date of the order. But it didn't freeze the data which you had to maintain as of the date of the order. You had to continue to collect the data.
And para 19, it says that as far as the information to the Election Commission is concerned, the interim order passed by this court on 12/4/2019 takes care of the same. In the reply filed by Election Commission on 3/2/2020 to IA number so and so of 2019, it is stated by them that Election Commission of India has received seal covers from various political parties, national, state, and registered and unregistered parties in annexure C1 to the reply filed by Election Commission of India, provided the list of political parties who have filed necessary details as per the order dated 12/4/2019, the date on which Election Commission of India received. My lords, so, my lords, perhaps, my lords, this may be a reason, my lords, that, but we are, my lords, we bow down, my lords. If there is any direction, we'll provide it, my lords. There's no difficulty on that. And, my lords, the order.
Got that data. You should have got the data
Lords,
when you
in
are
fact,
coming to the court.
If I may say, my lords, if my lords will kindly also see para 13 and 14 once again, my lords.
Oh, please, Mr. Sharma, this is not what was, we read out that order that day, prima facie. All of us had expressed the view and we expected you to come back with that data.
We can provide it during the, maybe in a short time, my lords. I'll instruct the commission, my lords, that.
And is the data right up till 2023, March 23 now available?
Lords, we'll seek the data from all the political parties, because it has to have a detail, my lords.
What's the time limit when the data is to be given every year?
My lords,
every financial year it's to be given? What's the time limit for, what's the deadline for that?
The data is not to be given, my lords.
So, with regard to the returns filed?
Annual, yes, my lords.
When is that to be given?
My lords, before the financial year, my lords, ends.
That means 2024.
That's right.
31st March 2024.
6 months before that.
6 months.
6 months after the financial year, my lords.
So 6 months are over. September they got over. So you must have got the data.
It was not the data, my lord. That's what I'm trying to say.
Whatever
only the quantum.
Up to 31st of March 22, you have any, 31st of March 23, you have the data.
Yeah, we have, my lords, but
you would have the data or ought to have the data.
It's only the total quantum, my lords, not the.
Right, you will have the total quantum,
yes,
quantum of electoral bonds.
That will have, my lords.
And what is the bifurcation between different political parties?
Because that.
Yes,
sir. Because it's like,
we'll have to collate all with all the, yes,
we'll have that. Parties have to give you separate contribution reports.
All the recognized political parties, my lords, and registered, whether registered or not, because we have.
So we'll have a look at your data. You can
Yes,
trace the data. Now tell us one thing. What was the basis on which the Election Commission had raised an objection to the scheme?
Milods,
Can you tell us what the nature of your objection
yes,
was?
kindly see, Milods, there are two letters that we had written, Milods, to the Ministry of Law, Milods. Kindly see these letters. There are two letters which are dated 15th of March.
But I didn't deal with that submission, my lord. But I have the original file with me.
Yes.
RBI and EC, but after the correspondence, after their letters, there were meetings and meetings, and thereafter, my lord, a consensus decision was taken. There were meetings after the letters, my lord. If your lordship would like to peruse, I can show that file, my lord. Original file is here. But that's not an end of the matter. We thereafter discussed
That happened.
their concerns were taken care of. Their misgivings were, it was at the highest level. The meetings were attended by the governor and minister, etc.
Milods, that's come out in the rejoinder of the union also, Milods. That there were meetings which happened after the deliberation, Milods.
So what was your objection and to what extent was it assuaged?
One of the concern that we had, Milods, is that there are three categories, basically, Milods are aware. One is below 2000, the other is between 2 to 20, and the third is, Milods, I am not talking about the electoral bond for a moment, Milods. I'm talking about the general contributions which happen, Milods. So there are broadly three categories: below 2K, between 2 to 20, and above 20, Milods. Now, as far as, Milods, above 20 is concerned, it is to be done mandatorily by way of ECS, Milods, either demand draft check or ECS, Milods. So that's not an issue. We get the entire details. Milods, as far as these other previous two categories are concerned, Milods, less than 2000, Milods, it can be done in cash and there are no details about it. We are mostly concerned with the second category, Milods, that is between 2000 to 20,000. Now that there is no provision given, either it can be done by cash, it can be done by ECS, it can be done by check or draft, Milods.
No, but it was said that after amendment to
Please,
2017
sir.
under the Income Tax Act,
Please, Milods.
if it is between 2 and 20, then it will be treated as income, which is not allowable, which will be then taxable in their hands.
Please, Milods. So income tax has that, but vis-a-vis income tax, the RP Act, Milods, 29C, that amendment or that change,
You have not, under your rules, you have not made
No.
made a stipulation.
it has not happened.
It has not been stipulated that between 2 and 20, you please specify. And is there any also a rule with regard to multiple payments by the same person?
No, Milods. There is no rule as such.
There's no rule as
There is
such.
no rule. Any person says.
But do you have data with regard to 2 and above 2 and between 20?
Milods, we don't have a data. That's the difficulty because
You have data below 20.
above
Quantum,
20, of course, Milods, we have it.
above 20, you have the particulars. Below 20, it's just the lump sum amount.
That's, Milods, we receive a contribution report, Milods, every year. Now, in that contribution report, we get the quantum as to how much in total a particular political party has received the amount above 20. Now, what?
And have you made any study or analysis of the data dealing with the corporate bonds and how it's impacted the funding of political parties?
I'm not aware, Milods. I don't think, Milods, but I'll have to seek instructions. I don't think. I'll have to seek instructions on that. I don't know whether there has been some ongoing study on that or not, Milods.
Now, volume 4, page 467 was your letter of 26th of May 2017.
Please, Milods.
In what manner were these concerns assuaged?
Milods, kindly, if my lords will see this 26th of May, Milods. The first is, Milods, about that section that I just spoke about, Milods, section 29C, that we wanted that same principle, same provision which is there in IT Act to be brought into 29C so that we also get to know, Milods. So that was one concern, Milods, which we had highlighted. And which is now, Milods, contribution above 2K is now included, should be included, Milods, in 29C. So that, Milods, there will be a proper quantification as to how much is in that bracket, how much is coming with a particular political party as a donation, which we don't have as of now. There is no breakup of that. We only get the total amount, that this is the amount which we have got in that particular category. So we have no data on that, my lords. And we don't know the source also.
While the data as of,
The latest, till
The
till
latest.
the last, yes.
as of 31st of March 2023 and submitted to us.
We'll do that, please. We'll do that.
And in fact, why, you can even give it to us, say up to the 30th of September if there's data.
Till the latest, because whatever we have, till the last that we
You
have,
won't be having, you'll have
we'll
to
have to
either,
require because till the
one-
last that the
either
political.
you
parties
get
have
it
done.
from the political
Please,
parties or you'll get it from the
State Bank of India.
State Bank of India.
Either of two.
We'll not ask SBI to reveal the identities of the donors at this stage, that nobody is interested in at the present stage. But we would like the order we said, the just and proper interim direction would be to require all political parties who have received donations through electoral bonds to submit to the Election Commission of India in a seal cover detailed particulars of the donors as against each bond. The donors is also come in there. The amount of each such bond and the full particulars of the credit received against each such bond. So you give us the data that you have up to 30th of September.
That can be, my lords, because the details of the donor, that's why in seal cover, my lords. Otherwise, my lords, data can be, the quantum can be given.
Just show us what you have got up to now, up to 19. Keep it in the custody of the court. They have given separate seal covers for each political party separate.
To file this. Someone may have to collate it, to assist your lordship from the registry or whichever, my lord, authority.
So we are really dealing with a constitutional point. I mean,
Actually.
that this has no bearing on how we decide the constitutional issue.
No, this was really meant for, suppose a writ petition is allowed, it should not be then confronted with the situation.
Yeah.
That nothing, no details can be made available.
No, I was on a different point, my lord. This might possibly have everything received by everyone,
No, it's separated.
separate.
It's separate by each political party.
Then there is no collation also.
Collation is already done.
The order is to the political party.
No. The order is to both, everyone.
Both.
I don't
Yeah.
think political parties or party,
That's right, all of them. They have to, that's why they're
they
separate.
had to get it from the, because they are the ones who are.
Yes, of course.
So should we hear Mr. Subramanian, I think? That you want to add?
That's the only concern that we had, my lords. And this IT Act concern, we had raised it before the electoral bond in 2016 itself, which we have mentioned it in our counter affidavit, my lords. So that was the
Thank you.
DP of like.
No,
Yes,
your lordships, but I didn't address your lordships on how we addressed their concerns, etc. Would your lordship like to be assisted? Because it was more a consultative process with them after having received.
Take a note of the fact that you had that you were consulted.
RBI and EC can't be taken lightly. madam.
You have any, does the EC also have any idea what was total expenditure incurred in the last election? No.
That we'll have. Total expenditure, yes, because there are three heads that we receive the accounts. One, as I said,
So, but as far as political party expenditure is concerned, do you get data with regard to that also separately?
my lords, we get data of every candidate who has to file.
Candidate will not be suffice because
My
the
lords,
political
as far as
party,
political parties are concerned, my lords, we don't get the expenditure of a political party in a particular election, how much they have spent. It is candidate
so
specific,
then your data is incomplete.
candidate specific, my lords, because that's.
It's
the-
not, you don't get the data with regard to
how
all
much
the
in
political
total,
parties.
the political party spends, my lords, because that may be,
No, that will be with the income tax department will be there.
Possibly, maybe, I'm not.
No, I'm asking him because he's the one who.
no, that's right.
So, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, 15 minutes in rejoinder for you.
2 minutes.
fif-
You're not
comment?
going to give me just 20 minutes. I'll finish by 3:30.
But we'll have, now we have 50 minutes. So you, Mr. Sibal, Mr. Hansaria and
Request it
and
for
Mr. Farah.
15,
5 minutes. all right.
15 minutes extra if necessary. That's.
We'll wrap up today.
Only to
Yes.
answer your lordship's query, the political party's expenditure is a part of their annual accounts, which is filed with election.
Election commission.
I stand corrected, my lord. We have the,
Thank you.
my lords, I stand corrected. We have the data of the political parties. My lords. We have the data.